How you doing, everybody? Stock Option Sniper here. I hope you're all doing great. If you were there last video, we talked about higher highs and higher low. In this video, we are going to talk about lower lows and lower highs. Right? I just want to make sure I got that right. Just a little bit, a lot of H's there, right? So we're gonna talk about lower lows and lower highs and explain what's going on. Right? So I've shown you guys. This is basically what's happening with the higher highs. Right, they're grabbing liquidity. So what's going on during the opposite side? So let me go over to another one. Oh, by the way, you guys, that Moderna play that we had that we've been waiting on, I forgot which video that I created on. Our Moderna basically touched our zone, and we took Moderna puts. When did we take Moderna puts? I think it was right here. It was a great trade overall. I didn't really hold. I just scalped it. I didn't like the market. I didn't like much of the market. I entered at this red candle, green candle right here, and then we took that red candle and we just took it down. Right, we took the 50% of the imbalance right here. Overall, it was a beautiful, beautiful trade. How did I get that 50% imbalance right there? Right, that high right there. Right. So beautiful. I'm pretty happy with my trade over there. We took that from 168 to 165. I just called it a day. This market right now, I'm really uncomfortable holding stuff. It's my just opinion. If you're holding to plays like this, salute to you. But I'm a super scalper, right? So I just wanted to share that real quick. So what is the explanation? Let me get a random stock where I don't really touch, right? Right here, right? So it's a live market right now. Market is open. I'll probably go some example because I don't think I did an example last video. But so what is the explanation of lower lows and lower highs, right? Lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower lows. What's really going on here, right? We have a lot of understanding that we've been told that the market is bearish. Yes, it's true. The market is in a downtrend. Those are all true. But what's really happening here, right? As I said in my last video on the higher highs and higher lows, where the liquidity lies is usually where price is going to go, right? Where the most liquidity lies is where the price is going to go. So I've also shown you guys that what is liquidity first and foremost? Well, liquidity means where is the most orders lying in the market. So if you look at the structure high right here, let me stay in drawing mode, polyline right here, right? We have liquidity up there and structure high, right? Protective highs, protective lows, right? So we have liquidity around these areas, right? Right there, right there, right? We understand that. So that there's liquidity. I just had to stay out of drawing mode. So we had a lot of liquidity from here, from here, from here. Somebody was trying to short. They have orders here, so they try to grab that, right? And then there's orders here. People try to go long. So what happened? That was liquidity because we never broke the protective high. So therefore, we are still in a downtrend, right? So it's just basically grabbing orders. There's orders here. However, they're not gonna grab that orders. Why? Because if the composite man grab those orders, they will now be down on their play, right? They have to keep this trend going where there's people trying to long here, right? So now people's trying to go long, and what happened? They have stop losses, buy stops, and what happened? They run right through that, right? Now they're trying to go long again. There's a lot of liquidity here, so run right through that. However, if the price does go this way, right? Let's say there's order there, it goes like that. Take the liquidity around this area, and then pulls back. Now, therefore, we have a bullish sentiment, which is another story, which is displacement. I'm gonna make that video after this video, right? That's displacement. I'm gonna share with you guys how the market is trending to be bullish. Like in this scenario right here, right? We have Meta. This is a perfect example. So we have a structure right here, right? This is an uptrend right now. I know we're talking about downtrend, but just bear with me. I want to show you guys what I mean. So we understand where the protective high and the protective low. This is the protective high, this is the protective low. However, in this scenario, in the lower time frame, there is an imbalance here. Look, I'm going to show you guys. The 50% that is in the zone, horizontal line right there, right? The zone that he bounced from, which is like 50% around this entire imbalance. There's gonna be this. I'm gonna show you guys before. Look how cool this is, right? It's gonna be like this, right? We got the SND. We had price coming down to the SND. Could do whatever you want. Once it touched that mitigated those zone, took the structure high and created another high, breaking that as a liquidity, right? I'm gonna show you guys. Look, if you go to the 5 minute, look at that line right there at the 1 minute, and look at this example. You guys see that? It had a mitigation. Well, in this scenario, it didn't touch it. It's supposed to be here, right? A price is supposed to pull back. It's supposed to pull back around this entire block. It didn't mitigate. However, it did bounce. Well, I guess you can consider that mitigation, but in this scenario, this was the imbalance right here. That last down move before that up move. It was right here, you guys. That wick rejection. This one is a little bit advanced. I know I said that that example right there. Where's that example? Right there in the corner, but it did not give us that perfectly. However, there is a little imbalance. The price went up and it bounced from that area, right? But in that scenario, I was hoping it would land right in these red zone, but it landed in the wick. But as you can see, that's what's happening, right? It grabbed 50% of the liquidity, mitigated their position, and what? Continued to price higher, targeting the structure high, right? So back to the lower lows. So what's going on here is basically price is continuing to be liquidated, right? This low is going to be liquidated. This low right here, right? So let me take this out, right? So the low, what's happening here? How are we going to liquidate these lows? So individuals trying to go long, right? They're going long. Oh, it's oversold. They gotta go up. It gotta go up. Now they're forcing long. Once it hit a certain supply zone here, which was I show you guys in the form of SND, finding that SND is based on which up move was responsible. Last up move was responsible for this entire down move, right? And you create that zone. Once it goes up there, never really breaks the high, the protective high. So what happens? We target this liquidity. It goes down lower, and they be like, "What happened? Average down, average down. Oh my gosh, what happened?" It just keeps going down and down, right? And then now we have another protective low, and it goes over and over and over again, right? We go back to that responsibility around this maybe here, and then go back down more, right? And everybody is just like, well, I don't want to say everybody. Well, most traders that do not understand what's going on are basically forcing long because why? It's quote unquote overbought or oversold. So therefore now we have to go long. But they have no clue what the hell is happening. Right? It's just basically grabbing liquidity, and then around the future you can get those displacement, which I'm going to talk about in the next video after this, right? Now you have that break a structure, right here, goes up, now grabbing all those liquidity. Now this is where that zone is going to be playing a game where retail traders like, okay, this is my supply zone, right? Because last time it was there, it fell. This is my supply zone. Last time there, it fell. This is my supply zone because last time there, it fell, etc. Right? I don't want to keep annoying you guys saying the same thing over and over, but it's really just that, right? But they're not understanding what's going on. The moment we broke above the structure high and we pulled back and we went higher, now this high become liquidity and it became a displacement. Meaning a displacement just basically mean it was a break of structure to a different trend, right? That's the best way I could possibly say it, right? The moment we broke this, all right, we broke it, a pullback, we created that from downtrend to uptrend, created a new trend, right? And now we have these zones, like I said, where people's like, oh, I'm gonna go short because it's supply zone. I'm gonna go short, it fell, and their zone never holds, right? So you guys have to understand that and do your own due diligence. I'm not gonna sit here and tell you guys, oh yeah, you guys can get this in 1 point. You know how to trade. No, guys, you have to practice. Like there's really no way to it, right? You have to practice. There's really no other way to it, right? And I show you guys. Look at this Moderna play. Like you gotta be patient with your setup. So you can't just take plays because the plays is the play. Look at that. We literally waited so patiently for this Moderna play. This thing didn't even hit our zone. Was this zone refined? Well, we had our SND right here. But no, it didn't touch him. It didn't touch the zone, right? However, I did have a zone there, and I've been telling everybody, like, Stop trying to play Moderna. Wait for it to get to that zone. Now you could take puts, right? And I think I took like a baby scalp just to be safe. I said, oh, you know what? I'm taking it. And now Moderna is just literally falling to the floor. Like, this is not a coincidence. Look at it. Moderna is just dying, right? Wait for your setup. Wait for your confirmation. You do not need to jump into any trades. That's how you lose into money. That's how you lose in your account. That's the fastest way to lose your account, when you're trading every day because you think you can make money every day. Market is reversing very freaking quick right now, right? So wait for those zones, right? Find your zones, find where you are from the left to right rule or golden goose that I have. Wait for your price, targeting that structure low and target it even lower, right? Just leave that running and running. So don't try to get play around these areas when you don't know what you're doing or what the price is doing, right? I created a video on one. You guys have to watch the golden goose. Golden goose is basically clicking out the, you guys hear that? That's the ball of your mouse, right? So you're basically just zooming out. All right, I'm gonna do this anyway because I love you guys so much. So, right, let's go to the yearly. Right, so this is the furthest I can go. Let me delete everything on Baba. This is the furthest I can go, right? So what happened? Right now, Baba is just getting killed. I don't know what happened to this stock. I haven't played Baba in a while. But look at that. It's targeting liquidity low. Right? The moment we had a break here, we had an entire zone that was supposed to be created. Well, I would have used this zone, right? Because it was responsible, but it didn't even touch it. Right? So what happened was this entire zone became that zone for Baba, right? From this entire down to the up. So that became an entire zone. When he went in there, it just fell. Now it's looking to target 57, right? Baba right now is getting killed. If you go break them down to the quarterly, can we see anything with Baba? Oh, Baba is really having a time. Let's see if we can at least get an uptrend and fill these efficiencies on Baba, right? Because right now it is playing in our zone. So let's see if we can get a displacement on Baba around this 126, right? So I would like Baba to do this, like that, break that 126, go down, and then now we could target these efficiencies right here, and potentially we can go down lower and lower. But overall, that's what I see on Baba. I don't really want to trade stocks like this, right? Super bearish. Just watch the zone. Let's see if it holds the zone. It could be a potential liquidity of what's going on, and then fill up this efficiency right here, this imbalance right here, right? The smart money footprint left their footprint behind right here. Fill in that gap, right? Go into that zone, create those UTAD, that Wyckoff, right? Boom, boom. Preliminary supply, and just keeps going down, right? Redistribution, and boom, just fall lower and lower. Okay, guys, I hope you understood. I know it was kind of all over the place. I was kind of dropping gems all over the place, but I hope you guys understood what's happening with the lower lows. Where are we? Where did we draw that? Oh, I don't know where we drew that at. I think it was in Meta. There you guys. Right. Sorry about that, you guys. I was looking where I drew, which stock I drew that in. So I'm looking for Meta, right? 5 minute, I think. Wow, we found everything right there. So I just want to show you guys what's going on with that lower lows. The next video, I'm going to talk about displacement and how you can catch those reversals beautifully, right? Stay on for that. Thank you guys so much if you stayed this long. I'll see you guys. Peace.